Warning. The following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, we are live. Welcome to Broken, episode 13. Lucky number 13. Things look a little bit different.
We really did pick 13, huh?
Yep. You guys really did pick 13 for this.
God.
So things look a little bit different. We've got a different overlay going. You might notice. That'll make more sense shortly. The characters on the screen are different also. So there is that. Now, you guys are playing as the other side of the coin, you might say. And you're all playing inky agents. So, why don't we do this? Why don't we talk about what happened last session while I tweet the stream out? Does anybody remember? Do you have the memory points?
The lions tried to
Shalene, because he's some kind of like cyborg.
Yeah. Everybody has it out for poor Shalene.
Yeah, everybody does.
Except for us.
The dice do not like him.
No, they do not.
The girls
kind of. Yeah, the girls kind of have it out for Shalene, but in a different way.
Said, let me touch the flashy lights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we called out Shalene and Udaya's relationship.
Yeah.
Weight Watcher got in on the drama.
Oh yeah.
So did Darren.
Yeah. But you know it's pretty bad when even the robots get in on the drama.
Darren is such a bad influence.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. What else happened?
I went home.
Well, Zach came back.
I went home. Went to flesh home.
Yeah, we got to
Out
see.
of a lion.
We got to see where he was.
Yeah,
you know that the end of the world is coming.
Yeah, the end of the world is coming. Isn't always though. It's always the end of the world. So there's that.
You got to see what the inside of a lion looks like.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
I got to perform a Xeno cesarean section.
Yeah.
Take a stress check for that.
Yeah.
I was born for the 3rd time.
This isn't a contest.
It's like the
yeah. For the
Nobody's
3rd of many.
Though you are winning.
Yeah.
Trying to find a portal back to the womb.
Well, trust me, Zach may be very soon once Cassidy finds out that he remembers some woman and he doesn't remember her.
there may be a party coming. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I get my flesh
Totally
magic.
fine.
Fair.
Bless mage.
So
yeah.
the multiple births may have nothing compared to the multiple.
Nah.
So if I recall, we left off. You guys had dealt with the lions. You had gotten Zach back into the group, and you guys basically finished a long rest. I think more lions stalked you throughout the night, but none attacked. You guys had set up
8 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys had set up traps and stuff just in case, and
yeah, we got super lucky with that last roll.
Yeah.
And yes, I do mean the lion one.
Yeah. And
all 4s.
Yeah.
God.
And Yeah, so I believe we left off with you guys getting ready to set out for your last bid
Yes.
for Nataku.
Yeah, where we would separate
Yep.
and start our espionage.
Yeah. So I think maybe that's how this session would start. We get like a flashback of like previously, and then when we fade back in, we fade out on like the shot of you guys looking down those long, dark blue hallways, and getting ready to set off for Nataku. And we fade. We like do a crossfade to
Star wipe.
a different hallway. Instead of a long, dark blue hallway, we have the blue hallway is kind of cramped and stuff with like debris and stuff. We have a very clean, well lit orange corridor that as we fade into the group of you walking down this corridor. The first thing we see is just a random passerby, just a guy walking with like a 10-foot tall robot walking beside him. It's an archiver AI. Man's wearing like a hat that looks sort of like a sun hat, but it's like made of some kind of silk or polyester material. He's got it's dark colored, and he's got dark colored robes, and he's just walking forward with his hands in his pockets, kind of content, while this robot walks a step or two behind him, and he passes the group of you. He doesn't really pay you any mind. But we see at the end of this hallway where you all are walking towards this bright orange light that sort of like fills the corridor. Everything's very clean. A lot of power to this section. And as we fade across you guys, we want you guys to describe your characters. Why don't we start with you, Elizabeth? What do we see?
So see about like a 4 foot or so female, brown hair, has one robotic eye that constantly glows red. She has a sword strapped to her back and a gun strapped to her side on a holster, and she's just kind of standing there with her eyes crossed, just slowly staring at everyone else, kind of with the attitude of, great, I have to deal with new people. This is gonna be a fun time. Just kind of annoyed, almost.
Okay. Right on. Maybe we see the first person. The camera like pans over to the first person in your line of sight. Jeb, do you want to describe your character?
Yes. I have kind of longish hair that's kind of tied up in a bun. I have a pretty sick beard going on. It's not too long or bushy. I'm wearing a dark brown robe. On my back, I have a sniper rifle and a sword on my side. I am looking around like, okay, yeah, this again. And I'm wondering, what the hell are we doing?
All right. We pan over to Dank.
You see a relatively tall, 6'3", slight build but muscular, shortish blonde hair, bright blue eyes, wearing an unmarked officer's uniform, carrying a rather large machine gun in both hands. got crisscross belts of ammo across his chest, walking with a chipper kind of pep to his step and humming a cheery tune.
All right, right on.
Is it
Don't
Wonderwall?
let that fool you. His eyes are constantly scanning everything, looking for potential threats or sources of information.
Right on.
Are you humming Wonderwall?
No, it's actually the Come On Get Happy.
Oh my god.
All right. We then pan over to Narcissa.
Oh, this is great. She is tall at 5'10". She's on the skinnier side, very pale. She's got black hair, but you can see the roots are a strawberry blonde color. So definitely need a dye job soon. It's pulled back into a ponytail. Her skin, while pale, is just covered in scar tissue. Some are, you can see where like some is from stitches, some are burns, some are bite marks. Some of it is clearly where she has experimented on herself, while some of it is from like spills and accidents. She does not look armed in the slightest, and she is just like slightly to the back of the group, and she is just like watching the entire group with like mild amusement. There's a slight smirk on her face. And she has like a doctor's lab coat, white lab coat on.
Right on. And last but not least, Disrupt. Dis. You gonna do the accent, Wolfy?
Fairly average-looking man. Pretty average height, average build, dark hair, dark eyes. Wearing actually a complement to the previous lab coat, only this one is black.
All right. I dig. So, you guys are very close to Nineveh. What do? You guys talking to each other?
Still
Planning-
just humming out a tune to the song Come On Get Happy.
All right. You continue on to the end of the corridor. Let's see here. So, at the end of the corridor, you can get to a scene of where all this bright light is coming from. As you guys approach, you're at the top of... Well, you're at an entrance to the vault. Once you see once it opens up into the vault, you're up at sort of like a ridge line sort of height. You're not like level with the ground. You're up on sort of like a rise, and there's like a path down. But you get a good view of what Nineveh looks like here. You can see its different districts sort of stretching out before you. Let's see. Let me show you guys what it looks like here. Here we go. Welcome to the city of Nineveh. Now, this is what you guys see when you come over to the top of this opening. Now, down below, your tokens are sort of blocking it, so let me turn them invisible for a second. There is a forest. It is known as the Green Ring. It surrounds the city. And it's probably unlike anything you've seen. It's trees like this don't really exist in Nibiru, but they do here. This forest is about 10 miles across, and it crowns the city, so it surrounds it on all sides. So if you're going to get in there, you're going to have to walk through this forest. Here is some labels for some of the different stuff in the city if you guys want to take a look at that. Let me pull your tokens back off of here for now. But if I can. Hello? I'll just have to do it one by one. It's fine. So you have the green ring, you have the blocks, which are these giant like apartment building sized buildings. There's some, they look kind of like slums in the image, but there's some method to the madness when it comes to these. Everything looks very well constructed. You have this pavilion, which looks kind of like an auditorium area. And you have City Hall. So when you guys crest over the top of the ridge, that's probably the first thing you see is that image of City Hall with this bright orange light behind it. So you just get this triangle silhouette. And it's a pyramid. It's a pyramid made of black smooth metal. And the ceilings of the vault are bright. They glow with the light of the core. They're not as, it doesn't give the place as red of a hue as like Asher, which might be a place that you guys have been, being agents. A lot of the stuff is run out of the main city, which I believe is Asher. Of course, you have some other buildings and towers in the background as well. Very large city. I think it's got a population of like 500,000 or something like that. You pass a caravan on the way in, but looking towards the green ring, you don't see like a lot of people moving around or anything. What do you guys do?
Let's start walking towards the green ring.
Okay. Do you guys want to go over your orders or anything like that
Oh,
before you head in, or you good?
Yes, we will go. I will at least go over the orders right before I go in.
Narcissa's just gonna head down. She's not gonna worry about it.
All
I'll
right.
go ahead and take a look.
you guys want to share notes?
Yeah. Let's see here. So, you've got these two metal sheets that basically contain your quote-unquote orders from the Covenant here. Let me do this. And I can read it off to you if you like. Nineveh is a city-state like no other in the skyless world. A beautiful regal vault where resources are in abundance. Until a few hundred cycles ago, it was cut off from the rest of Antumbra. Isolationist in nature, it still stands mostly independent of the Arku, and yet hails so close to the core. Many say its main defining trait is its automated monarchy, by which an artificial intelligence named Europa makes all ruling decisions and organizes society to maximize the well-being and cooperation of the people who live there. As Nineveh opened itself to the world, we've been trying to learn more of its origin. It seems the strange AI governing the place has been there since its founding, long before it was discovered by the Arku. It has, over generations, highly regulated its citizens' lives to mold the society into one of the safest, most equal societies in the skyless world. The children were always there, working together with its people, keeping order and fostering cooperation. Perhaps Nineveh's highest technological marvel, the children of Europa, take a very active role in the very modern society, living with families, assisting the elderly, caring for offspring, entertaining the locals, keeping morale high with wondrous arts and architecture. Europa is nothing if not creative, dressing up the city with wondrous displays, sculptures. The children have even marched alongside rescue forces when tragedy strikes out at other nearby peoples. They've assisted the Antumbran states during the crisis of Punt and brought humanitarian aid to isolated settlements across the penumbra. Perhaps Europa is charitable, but reserved. Loving and caring, but inscrutable. We must know why. Perhaps we are the predator in the garden. Europa and its children are possibly the only AI in the skyless world that still runs on native code, untouched by the hands of man. Because of this, its prime directive is still unknown to us. It is truly unique. That is why we've sent you in, to discover its purpose, its origin, if possible, whatever means necessary. The city's technological production is unrivaled, and Nineveh has strong protocols against the replication of its technologies. Be silent and unseen. Learn Europa's secrets, its weaknesses, its weapons. Find what we need to bring this seemingly benevolent god to heel. Leave no stone unturned. Silas. Yeah. So you see, I guess it was Liz that was taking a look at it. Maybe some of you guys were all taking a look at your orders before walking in. Yeah, we see you guys head down the path towards the flora of the forest. It's a strange looking place to folks from the outside. Here is a image of that metal sheet with the orders on it. I guess, in case y'all wanted to see that for the audience, there you go, with cuneiform or whatever. Yeah, you guys probably haven't seen flora like this before. Pretty much everywhere else in Nibiru, the only flora that exists is really like fungus. Here, there's actual trees. It's strange. And when you start to enter the forest, the ground is more covered with soil than you might expect. You don't see like bits of metal sticking up. There are actual like stones and dirt. And of course it's called the Green Ring because it is green. Life here is plentiful. You might even see a few trees that are growing like fruit on them, for example. And yeah, we see you guys enter the ring. Now, some of the first things that might catch your eye are strange plaques as you're walking around. You might see a few of these strange plaques set up on trees or on the ground. And it probably feels a bit odd. Natural, but odd, being in a place with tall trees and plants you've never seen before. And every so often, you probably would see, like, evidence of technology. For instance, you come to a clearing relatively quick after entering the foliage, and you see these large metallic structures with lights on them that seem to be coming down from the vault ceiling, and sort of just organized in a way that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you. They seem to be pointed in different varying directions, maybe at something on the ground. They look like these long, like, metal hose type things. You'll see. I'll show you in just a second.
Interesting.
And it looks something like this. Now, keep in mind, the plants are green. The sky is like a yellowish, orangish color. All the ceilings.
Right, but with that just being the light, it doesn't make anything look quite right.
Yeah. So, what are you guys doing as you're taking a 10-mile trek through this forest? You don't see anybody, like, immediately. There aren't, like, people walking around all over the place here or anything like that. guys keeping an eye out, making perception rolls, or
Looking for
Looking around.
flora and fauna that might be interesting or unique.
Yeah.
yeah, it all does.
All
The
right. Well,
there's like ferns growing on the ground, proper bushes. There's even flowers in some places. All this is stuff you've never seen. If you've never been to Nineveh, you've never seen this stuff.
I'm gonna
Find a colorful flower and pin it to my lapel.
yeah, I'm gonna take some of it and probably run tests on it later or something.
Yeah, okay. All right. Do you want to make
Well,
a
this is rather boring. Are we all just gonna walk here in silence?
Well, I've been humming the whole time.
Aye, but that doesn't have the same ring as actual words.
This is true. My singing voice is atrocious.
You're both atrocious.
I'll take that as a compliment.
My patience would say otherwise. Then again, they can't really talk.
Patience.
Aye, those I have on my table.
Yeah, you hear the snap of a twig nearby.
I turn in that direction, gun at the ready.
I yearn and look.
Make perception rolls, everybody.
All right.
Everybody who wants to.
This
like,
is the
look.
first time I can say I get +3. 2 to observation and 1 to alertness.
All right.
I would very much like to re-roll that.
Okay.
That's a little better.
All right. So, here's what happens. Most of you look in the direction of where the noise, like where the breaking twig sound came from, like a pop noise. And Dis, you look just a bit sooner than the rest, and you see something like tuck itself behind one of the trees. The rest of you, like, you're not sure if you saw something or not. But Dis, you for sure see something like move. Like it was sticking out just a little bit off the side of one of the trees, and then when you glance up and look, you see it like just squeeze in, like somebody was like sucking their belly in to make sure they were hiding.
Well, it seems to me we've got the tail.
Is it the tail or the head? What did you see?
Oh no, I meant someone's following us.
Fair enough. Someone or something.
A valid question.
Let's go flush it out.
Hey, you over there, you should come out before we actually have to make you.
Yeah, you see hands pop up from the side of the tree. So like his two hands stick out. They're dirty, probably like covered with soil. And then a man sticks his head out and he says, "All right, don't shoot. I'm coming out."
No promises.
Soldier.
Then you see a head poke out, and yeah, and then he looks at you all, and he sort of like steps out from the cover and moves a bit closer to you. Not like close enough to like, he's probably, I don't know, 20 feet away, 30 feet away at closest. This guy's hands up, his face is all dirty. He's wearing like probably like skins. Or leathers of some kind, and he's just like covered with dirt and mud. He probably looks like he's been living out here for a little while, and he says, "Sorry, I couldn't help but notice when you guys entered the ring. You're not from here, are you?"
What's
Given by
yeah.
the fact that we're not covered in dirt, I would say no.
No, we're a rather strange lot, aren't we?
Yeah, he's eyeing all of your clothes. Are any of you wearing like logos or anything? Like, do you have like you guys are undercover, right? You're not,
No, yeah,
Completely
no
unmarked.
logos.
yeah.
Completely undercover.
So his eyes dart to like your weapons. And he says, where are you all from?
Here, there, everywhere. Don't really settle down for too long to be from somewhere.
Aye, at this point, it's more of where we're going.
Yeah, he turns and looks in the distance, like probably towards the pyramid for a moment. And he turns back and he says, well, welcome to Nineveh. It's kind of a home for lost souls.
Yeah, then we should fit right in. Thanks for the warm welcome. Dank lowers his gun slightly, but still keeps it at the ready.
Yeah, he squints his eyes at you. And then he kind of like sniffs the air. And he says, yeah, I think you guys will be safe here. Maybe you don't need to run anymore.
That is overwhelmingly good to hear. It's hard to find a place that we could call safe.
Yeah, then this like tension falls off of him. So like his muscles relax, his posture relaxes a little bit. He seems sort of like relieved to hear you say that. Or the rest
Didn't
of you.
get your name good, sir. I go by Dank. How about yourself?
Yeah, he says, you can call me Shimoon. I'll spell it for you in the chat.
Got it.
He says, protector of the ring. Me and a few others. God damn it,
Ah, job that needs doing.
He nods and he says, well, it's our first line of defense here. Yeah.
Couldn't ask for a better looking one.
Yeah! Trash gremlin!
He says, yeah, people like us, we gotta stick together.
Glad to hear that there's a strong sense of community here.
Aye, otherwise a place like this is liable to collapse.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, he looks off to the side and he whistles. And you hear like footsteps approaching. And then he turns back to you all and he says, would you all like a escort into the city?
That would be great. My feet are killing me.
Absolutely wonderful. Have some conversation on the way there, get to know each other a bit better.
Yeah, he nods. And he says, I can take you to the edge of the ring at least. Yeah, and after like a minute or so, he like turns and like gestures like lead the way. Or like just this way or whatever. And you hear the footsteps getting closer. If you turn and look, you see a couple creatures slinking up from the nearby foliage. They're not trying to keep themselves hidden. But you see two lions that seem to flank him. They come up. One of them comes up to his side and kind of like growls. And its eyes are on you, but it like comes up to his side and like kind of like nudges against him. And he sticks a hand out and rustles the top of its head. It's probably about head level for him. These things are pretty big.
Majestic.
Yeah, he nods. He says, there's a lot of animal life here. These are just one. Shocktails, too. Sparklings. pretty much anything we find in Nibiru, we try to house here, like a sanctuary.
Man,
Sounds
that's
like you have a
wholesome.
veritable ecosystem here.
He nods. Nineveh has always been a place of peace.
At that wording, Dank just holsters his weapon.
Are they friendly to you, or are they friendly to others?
What do you say?
Just asking if they're only friendly to him or friendly to others.
He like furrows a brow and he says, friendly to everyone.
They can be pretty fearsome in the wild, but this is not the wild.
I once saw a man that got torn up by one. It wasn't pretty.
Well, they don't normally attack people unless they don't have any other food source.
Yeah,
It didn't help that the man was carrying something else.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, he nods and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, these ones are well fed." And he pats one of them really hard, and it brings up a paw and like wraps it around his wrist and like play bites at his hand. It doesn't hurt him. He's just like playing around with him, and then he like pushes it away. Like he has to push really hard just to get it to move like an inch.
Well, these things are gigantic.
I cover my robo eye.
Yeah.
I've seen some stuff, alright?
Yeah.
And I have a robotic eye, which produces power. So...
I would suggest relaxing. If they wanted your eye, they would have taken it already.
Yeah.
Nobody takes my eye.
He's like, "Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of." Like I said, they're well fed. He points to the giant like machines hanging down from the ceilings. And he says, provides all the food they need. They don't even need to hunt here.
Wow. Definitely a beautiful thing you've got going here.
Yeah, he nods. And I guess like over the next few miles, he's just like marching alongside you guys with these two giant lions.
Apologies, I never introduced myself. My name is Disrupt, but you can call me Dis.
Yeah, he nods. Where'd you get a name like that?
Oh, it's self-chosen.
Yeah, he like shakes his head and he says, "Fair enough." So, what brings you all to Nineveh?
Oh, the old rumors. Place that someone can stay.
Feel safe.
Belong.
Yeah, he nods. He says, "You all been running for a while then?"
As long as we can remember. Dank
Yeah.
kind of looks down, a wistful smile on his face.
Yeah, he says, "I remember that feeling too. Believe it or not, it does pass eventually. You just have to sort of find yourself, even if that means staying out in the middle of the woods with a bunch of lions."
Doesn't sound too bad, all things considered.
Yeah, he nods.
Slept in worse places.
Aye.
All right. So you guys continue your walk. At some point, he starts pestering you guys about he probably asks something along the lines of, have you acquired any strange memories? Is there anything that's really put you on edge? Left you questioning things?
Explain.
Oh, you don't want to ask that of me.
I'm sure we've all seen some pretty bad things, experienced
Thing.
one unpleasantness or another.
Those things I'd rather keep to myself.
It's just part of being alive.
Yeah, when she says these things I'd rather keep to myself, he says, "Oh, smart thing that there's a rumor that there's supposed to be some kind of, I don't know, inky patrol heading through. I think they were trying to make some sort of exchange for technology. Hopefully, Europa doesn't buy that for a second."
Inky here.
Aye.
Yeah, he sort of furrows his brow. And he says, "That's what I said. Surely they wouldn't be stupid enough to come here. I mean,
It doesn't seem like a place they'd really be anywhere near well accepted given their track record.
Make a deception check. You know what I mean? Make a deception check."
Oh my god.
I got this. Oh, shit.
Oh, no!
I'm gonna spend an influence point to re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I got this rule of threes crit fail.
First fucking thing.
There we go.
Well, second thing, actually. I guess the observation was the first one.
Okay. So there's like a moment when he like raises a brow and then he seems satisfied with what you said. He says, "Yeah, surely they know that Europa could just wipe them out if she wanted." But Inky don't listen. They always stick their nose where it doesn't belong. Have to
Think
understand.
they're better than everybody.
Yeah, they think they have to know everything.
Quite annoying, really.
Yeah. And anyone who gets caught in the crossfire, well, acceptable casualties or whatever.
Hate to see something like that happen to a place like this.
Yeah, he nods. And he says, it's the only place I found that's just away from the chaos of it. I don't know what it is how it is Europa's been able to make a place like this, but, well, I'm thankful for it, I suppose. He leads you on. Now, at any point, do you guys know this guy's got to be a vagabond, right? Like,
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
are you guys gonna try to like attack him or anything? Or are you just gonna okay, we're not gonna mess with this vagabond. We can just let this guy go. He's protecting their green ring. Like,
He's got like 2 lions with him. Sure, we have guns, but that would make a lot of noise and blow our cover.
Yeah.
very good point.
If
That
he
and
didn't
now we
have
know
the
who he is.
lions, maybe.
Yeah, we know his name. We know what he does. We essentially know what his title is.
Yeah,
We can always just make him disappear.
yeah,
And plus, it seems like we're getting along well with this guy.
yeah,
He might be an in into further into the city.
yeah.
I mean, this guy probably knows people. And we're here to learn things.
Yeah.
We're not here to kill people. This is a stealth mission.
All right.
We'll kill him later.
I mean,
Eventually
maybe
we'll go pink
killing.
mohawk, but you know.
I just didn't know if you guys were gonna go like murder hobo in the first 5 seconds or not.
Stealth mission.
All right.
I was planning on it.
So
I don't
fun.
have my quiet gun yet.
Mori,
I don't need a gun. I have a fucking sword.
yeah.
Hello.
Maury's having an audio issue, I think. If you want to try to talk, I can see if I can hear you.
I don't think a sword would
She's
do too
muted.
much good against two gigantic lions.
Yeah, Maury, it says you're muted.
Yeah, you're muted. Yeah. It's like really quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like lighting up, but I can't hear anything.
I heard like a buzz for a second. No, nothing.
Try leaving the call and joining again.
Yeah.
That'll work sometimes.
Discord not like, yeah, I guess.
Discord go brr.
Hello?
Hello,
Say something?
Maury?
Hear me?
Yeah.
There you are.
All right. So what happens is this guy eventually leads you, and he's small talking with you pretty much the whole way. He's probably asking you a lot of questions. Things like, where did you get those weapons? They look
Found him.
nice. Very clean.
We fixed him up on the way here. We found him broken.
Make a deception check.
We just kind of found him on the ground.
We got him from our organization.
We got him from the Inky. Come on, guys.
We got to be truthful here.
Come on, I've got like a Bright Town thing. This is definitely not an Inky gun. Let me lead on this one.
It might not be a bad idea.
Plus, I've got points in deception.
I just have points in
be
people.
like, I could be like, I made this gun myself. Because I work with the machines.
Yeah, that's actually pretty darn possible.
Yeah. Okay.
I would just flat out tell the truth.
No.
Be like that.
This guy doesn't look armed anyways, so I mean,
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dis over here, like, I took this from someone I killed.
It's a relic from my previous life.
Yeah. When you say you killed someone, okay,
No, no.
Liz. You don't say you killed someone.
No, I'm
Okay.
joking.
What are up with these rolls tonight?
Liz, do you want to talk about that major failure you just rolled?
Or, not roll it.
Re-roll the thing.
Okay, all right. You can spend your influence point.
Giving us all these questions now, so eventually we have to re-roll, or so eventually we can't re-roll.
Yeah, he's burning our points. This is why I just told the truth.
This is why I haven't said anything.
Yeah, that's why I haven't said anything in a long time.
So, yeah, okay.
not
So you
working
got,
earlier because I wanted to pet a lion.
I mean, you can pet them if you want to. They'd probably be fine with it. You want
But
pet?
would they, or would they eat your hand off?
Oh, considering they didn't eat him,
Yeah.
Pretty sure
But
they'd
you're
eat
like
my eye before they
Wolfy.
ate him.
Yeah, I think at this point we don't have anything to worry about as long as we play our cards right.
well, I'm not part machine, so I don't think I have anything to worry about. I'm gonna look at Shimoon and ask if I can pet one.
Yeah, he nods. And the lion,
Reach up and pet the kitty.
yeah, it walks up to you, just staring at you, these big cat eyes.
Chin scritches.
Yeah, you reach out and pet it, and then it leans into the pet. Yeah, it seems fine with it.
Yeah, so like check out like the gill looking things and stuff.
Yeah, you are a brave lass.
Yeah, Shimoon he laughs, chuckles a little bit. He's like, "Oh, look," he's like, "That one likes you." That's, he says, "I'll call that one Simba." Old friend of mine recommended the name.
Yeah, like from the movie. Wait,
What?
kind of like 1,000-yard stare for a second, almost remembering but not quite.
Yeah, and he's like, "And this one over here is Nala."
It's the rhombus of life.
Oh, God.
What the hell is going on?
It's
What was the other one called?
Nala? Yeah, Simba and Nala from the Lion King.
Are they mates?
Huh?
Are they mates?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Starts humming Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
Bees no
Like,
worries.
check them up
For
close.
the rest of
Like,
your
yeah, you can't, like,
days.
do that out in the wild and stuff.
I referenced it for something last session, and I can't remember what it was.
So he says, he said, you all should still be careful while you're in the city. There's, like I said, supposedly Inky coming through. And
Definitely appreciate the warning.
he says, and to be honest with you, I can sense that you're all vagabonds.
Oh, what gave it away?
Why do you think we were running?
He stares when you say what gave it away. He stares at you and his eyes like light up for a second. They light up this green color, and he says, "Spear recognizes a spear. I've got a special sense for these things." But
Definitely glad that this is a safe place for our kind.
he says, if I can sense it, then it's possible others can too. So just be careful. Even though this place is a refuge, well,
It doesn't mean there's not darkness hiding.
True.
he nods and he says, it may be safe now, but danger is always just around the corner.
I think we know that from experience.
Constant
That-
vigilance.
Yeah, so he
Isn't
leads
that the unfortunate truth?
he leads you guys to the edge of the of this forest, and probably, I don't know, like 30, 50 yards away, there's like grass, just open grass, no trees. There's like a metal wall, and nearby, like off to one side, there's a path that leads up to it, and like a place where there's like a gate, and there's like a few soldiers stationed there, some people that clearly like work for the city. It's essentially like a checkpoint. And you see like there's one or two people at the checkpoint currently. They're wearing like leathers, dark leathers, and one of them is talking to a person who's wearing this like white looking like either like some kind of combat armor, like a helmet. So it's probably made out of like carbon fiber or something, like white colored armor. And he's like showing him this thing on his wrist, and you see these lights lighting up on his wrist, and the guy he's talking to pulls out a little machine. He like scans something on the guy's wrist. You see like a laser point out, and there's like a beeping noise, and then the guy looks at the machine in his hand for a second, and then he waves them through, and then we see like those people, the gate opens, and those like two people walk through. And Shimoon turns over to you all and he says, do you have identification?
Kind of hard for our kind to get papers.
He says, hard, but not impossible.
Sadly, I don't.
I don't.
Suffice to say, we never found the time as we were running.
So, just fun fact, I doubt Inky would have sent you here unprepared. Like, you guys might have some fake documents to, get your way in, stuff that'll check out for a quick scan. But if like someone like, I don't know, were to send someone to the address referenced in your record in Asher, they might be like, huh, this is just an abandoned building. Nobody lives here, right? Like it might be that kind of situation. So if you guys wanted to try to like use your Inky resources to have like come up with a cover beforehand, you can roll for it and see how well it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you right now, this guy being a vagabond of the wild, he's not probably going to be able to help you with fake documents, but he'd be like, "Oh, you're like definitely welcome to stay here in the ring." Like, it's great
Right.
here. I love it.
What are we rolling for?
See if our fake documents hold up.
Fake IDs, yeah. So if you got like,
Oh my god.
yeah, this is another opportunity to like make a memory if you wanted to. Oh, look at that, Jeb. So Jeb gets the critical success in. So you have a +1 memory. You get a free memory for your critical success. And we'll give you a +1 to, I don't know, what do you think? Like,
Resourcefulness?
disguises or like, yeah, like, what are you thinking?
Let's do
Or like,
disguises.
it could be like computer hacking, right? Like you've got some kind of like computer hacking skill and you're able to pass it off. It can be a lot of things. What do you think?
I guess would it mainly be like foraging?
Forging could do, you could do
Yeah.
like forging, yeah. Identity theft.
I had a question before I accidentally fucking rolled.
Yeah,
Um,
before you fumbled.
But the question was, can I be like, hey, I gotta use the bathroom, and then I go behind a tree and I activate my little +3 to stealth armor.
That's definitely an option. Yeah, because you're saying because you bombed the roll for fake ID, so can I just try to sneak in?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. You can do that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now you'll have
I got
to.
a
You have
savvy success.
Yeah, you'll have to roll for like stealth or whatever, but yeah, you can definitely do that. So, Jeb, do you have any idea what you want your new memory to be, or do you want to worry about writing it later?
I will worry about writing it later.
All right, Narcissa, you're good. Dank, savvy success. So like your ID is like been proven, like you've used it multiple times, you've never had any issues. Maybe it's even like real. Maybe
Your
it's
day
even
lives, is it?
like borderline real, or at least based on somebody who is real, right?
There's no
I'm-
possible way that happens.
What?
You got nothing but a 2 and 3s.
That is.
It happens.
Spin the influence point. All right, this is why you guys
Out
have
of
influence
5
point.
dice.
Okay, all right, that's a success. So, how do you do it? You said you like activate the armor, turn invisible? Do you like climb over the wall? Like, what do you do? Do you sneak in like while those other people are walking in? You just like walk behind them? What do you do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slip in while we're walking in.
I am following someone by just slowly walking past with the other person.
Okay. Yeah, so like maybe we see like Narcissa get scanned in. And they like open the door for her and she walks in. And then we see from your perspective, you're like invisible, right? Like the predator or something. And you're like walking very closely behind her. Then there's like a beep. There's like a beeping noise. Kind of like when you trip a metal detector at the airport. And there's like this beeping noise. What do you do, Narcissa? What do you do when something beeps while you're walking in? They turn and look at you. Like the people at the gate, like turn and face you.
Like check her pockets, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I must have left something in there, and like try to check her pockets and see if there's anything in there.
Yeah. You
Start turning them out.
Yeah, you start checking your pockets. The guy like cocks his head to the side, and he looks up at the machine you just walked underneath, and then he has this confused look on his face, and he goes, no, you know what? Just go on. You're fine. The machine's been malfunctioning all day.
She's turned her foot too to like make sure the door doesn't shut.
yeah. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, So you guys both get in fine. Is there anybody else?
Yeah, I was actually gonna
Thanks,
make a
man.
memory.
All right. Do you know what you want it to be?
I was thinking about it, and something along the lines of, I remember the machines that scanned me all the time as the experiments were run, to notice the differences that the experiments made. Something along those lines, like a negative to disguise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but because you're creating a memory, you can make it a success, right? That's the way it works for.
Yes, I make it a success, but I still get a negative memory.
Right on. What does it look like when we see you like relive this memory as it comes to the surface? Does it look painful or uncomfortable? Do you make a face?
Oh yeah, like a
Going
hand
through a
reaches for
cat
like my
skin with
chest, where I
piercings.
can feel the beast clawing at me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You try to play it off like no big deal.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You guys all make it inside. No problem.
Yay! I have tons of
Yeah,
influence.
What's that, Maury?
Can I roll to see if I notice disrupt?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that means Disrupt has to roll to see how well they can hide it, so it'd be contested rolls.
Okay.
Whoa!
Noise as well.
Do what?
Would he just be making a face or noise as well?
I don't know. What do you think?
Just a face.
Just a face. If you got skills that'll help with the roll, make sure you apply them. Ooh.
Actually, the one that I just made actually hurts me in the roll.
Yeah.
Disguise.
All right. So yeah, you can see it all over his face.
So she is like watching him.
Yeah, maybe you've even been around him enough to understand exactly what's happening. He did double his roll. Okay. So you guys make it through the gate into the blocks of the city. So let me see here. Okay. Yes. And so right on the other side of this gate, you're met by like tall metal buildings, beautiful sculptures. It's like a downtown area. So you're seeing like lots of people, crowds, parents, kids. There's even like music being played. Let's pop you guys over to this screen. Boom. It looks something like this. Off in the distance, you can see the city hall, the giant pyramid, the light. And we're still like early in the lapse, I'd say. So you guys got plenty of time. There's lots of shops. There's vendors. There's all kinds of stuff to do. And you can even see like these little robotic small humanoids walking around occasionally. Some of them are singing or like playing music or playing games with the kids. Like there's probably one of them playing with the kids, kicking a ball back and forth in the middle of the sort of road. Yeah. And you hear the noise of people as you guys sort of make your way into the blocks. What do you do? What's the plan from here, guys? You just get like a moment.
Invisibility worn off yet?
What do you think?
Nope, not until I go into an alleyway or some shit. I'm not doing this out in the open.
Yeah, if you'd like to duck behind an alleyway or something, you can do that. You've already made a success on your stealth roll, unless you want to just roll another one.
No.
Do I see any like food vendors?
Yeah, probably a few of them. Yeah, there's probably like little carts even, where there's people like freshly cooking things, people buying stuff. The first thing that strikes you as odd is maybe like when you're looking around for food vendors, you see one that's like serving essentially fruits and vegetables, which probably not a common sight.
Do they have Brussels sprouts?
Yeah.
Ew.
They probably have something that looks very much like Brussels sprouts. So do you walk up to the cart?
Very excitedly, yes.
Yeah. So you walk up and start looking around. The guy takes a look at you. The guy who's manning the cart is he's kind of dark-skinned guy, black facial hair, kind of curly, and he's probably wearing like a head wrap of some kind and some robes, some very nice like silken robes with designs on them. Probably lots of bright colors. And he takes a look at you as you walk up. Okay. And so he doesn't get a good read on you at all. So you walk up and he's like, hey, look, before you reach out and start grabbing stuff, it costs credits, okay?
I came prepared, friend.
Oh.
Dank pulls out his credit shit.
Yeah. You probably have like one of those wrist things, like almost everybody has, where it like stores your credits on your ID, all that stuff. Yeah, he's like, oh, he seems kind of relieved when you say that. And he's like, well, if I'd recommend one of these. And he reaches over and he grabs something off the table and he holds up this like, it's like spherical shaped, and it's bright orange in color. And it looks kind of tough and textured. Like, it doesn't look very delicious just looking at it. He hands it over to you. Yeah. And he says, I'd recommend one of these. Trust me, you just peel the outside off, and then what's inside is, like, really delicious.
I'll take your word for it, friend. What do I owe you?
It'll be 5 credits each. Welcome to grab more.
I'll take 2 to start with.
Yeah, nuts.
Pay for it, start opening one.
Yeah, so he hands you 2 oranges. Yeah, he's like, great. And he just, like, pulls up a thing and, like, scans. You see, like, 10 credits reduced from your balance. And then he says, pleasure. What about your friends? He points towards the group who are, like, standing there waiting for you. Are they hungry, too?
Shout out to the group. Hey, they've got fruits.
Narcissa is... Do they have one that's a baked goods?
Yeah, there's probably a vendor that's selling, like pies and stuff like that. Maybe even, like, there's probably like, kebabs and all kinds of stuff.
Take a bite of the orange.
And heading straight for the baked goods.
The orange is super sweet. You take a bite of it. There's, like, juice running down your chin. It's great. It's perfect orange. No seeds.
Gigantic smile on my face.
Yeah.
Brings back like half memories of childhood.
To the baked goods, anything with chocolate?
Oh man. Yeah, chocolate is made from a plant, I think.
It is.
Cocoa plant, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So yeah, there probably would be something with chocolate, yeah.
Oh man, if they got chocolate, they got sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
sure.
about to ask if there's anywhere with candy.
Yeah, there would be like candies and stuff, yeah. So I think the first thing you see that has like chocolate might be like a chocolate eclair or something like that.
Turn the conversation.
Like, you like a chance to like try to sell her anything else, just like 2 of those.
Yeah.
No upselling me. I want that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he nods.
And she's got poor disrupt and like a stranglehold on the arm.
All right, let me see how well of a read he gets on you. Oh, okay. All right. So he's like,
this 5'10" woman, super skinny, covered in scars, just dragging this poor man over.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, 1 for you, 1 for your husband. And so he hands you 2. He's like, Are you sure I can't interest you in a nice blueberry pie? They're delicious.
Maybe later.
Apologies, I'm allergic.
Yeah, okay. So he's like, all right, fair enough. Suit yourself.
How many credits?
Yeah, it's they're probably like the eclairs might be a little bit more expensive. I'd say like 10 credits each, maybe.
Okay.
Liz is just staring
He's
at
immediately
Dank
gonna like shove both of them at Disrupt. Chocolate is good for what happened.
Thank you very much, but I don't have much of a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, guys, you gotta try these.
Yeah, no, Liz is just staring at Dank like, what is that look on your face?
And why do you have
Is
juice
it-
stripping down your entire front?
Why?
Poor Liz, she comes back, she just sees like Dank just like dripping things and like seeing like this scarred up woman trying to force feed Disrupt pastries.
So I turn back to the vendor and be like, no, when I first approached you, do you really get a lot of customers that try to not pay?
He says, well, from time to time, it's always when it does happen, it's a new face. It's, we recognize most people here, but sometimes outsiders, you never know.
Fair enough. Yeah, you know what they say. Nothing in this world is free.
Yeah, he nods.
Speaking of nothing being free, a place where we could pick up some work around here.
He says, work? Who wants to work?
Gotta make yourself useful, man. Idle hands.
He says, not me. I work as little as possible. And he says, I wouldn't even be selling these unless I needed credits to trade with those people in Asher.
Well, they do have some nifty things out that way.
Yeah, he pauses for a moment and he says, well, if you're looking for work, you can probably ask one of the children. There's bound to be one around here somewhere. They always are working. He says, I suppose you could always head to Citizens Print if you're looking just to, I don't know, build something for yourself.
From what I've seen so far, this looks like a pretty great place to live. Would be nice to build something here, something long-lasting.
Yeah, he nods, and he says, good place. Let's hope it stays that way, shall we?
That's the idea. Don't really see many places like this out here.
Yeah, so he's like looking around, and he says, oh, look, there's one of them now. And then as soon as he points at it, you turn and look, and there's like one of these little robotic-looking kids with this giant red eye, like lens on its face. Here, it looks something like this. And as soon as he points it out,
That's terrifying.
yeah, they're pretty unnerving a little bit. It's wearing like a silken scarf.
I don't know, man. It looks kind of cute.
It's kind of covering. It's kind of
Can you
covering.
imagine that, like, coming up to that, seeing that for the first time in the middle of the night?
Yeah, yeah. They can be a little unnerving. They're also like extremely deadly if they need to be. Like they keep law and order and stuff too.
Damn.
How tall did you say this thing was?
They're probably they're the size of like a 5-6-year-old kid probably. So
like 3 foot tall.
Yeah, like 3 foot, maybe 3.5, 4 at most.
So almost as tall as Elizabeth.
So they're like Liz. Liz's height.
Yeah. And so as soon as he points at this thing is like, hey, you, new faces, or whatever. And it comes like sprinting towards you guys from like probably 100 meters away or so.
I want to kick it.
But it sounds, it doesn't,
Friendly.
No punting.
It doesn't,
if Liz gets an opening, she's shoving the eclair into Disrupt's face if it provides an opening.
That depends. Does Jeb actually say, I want to kick it?
No, I'm not gonna kick it.
No, I mean if the thing shouting new faces at us provides an opening, she's shoving an eclair in Disrupt's face.
Yeah,
No, my mouth is firmly shut.
so it comes sprinting towards you.
I don't
guys.
know, that's mildly terrifying.
I've seen worse.
True.
So he comes sprinting towards us.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like,
I feel bad for the shopkeeper though. Can you imagine the two of us just being like, "Eat the damn eclair!" in front of this thing?
so
In
he's
front of the
like,
stall.
Hey, you, new faces, welcome. Hey, what are you guys doing? Where are you all from? What's that thing on your hip? Is that a weapon?
What the hell?
God, I'm really fighting the urge to just punt this motherfucker.
Dank's gonna like slob squat to get on eye level with it. Talk to it like a normal person would talk to a child.
yeah, what do you say?
Hey there, sport. Yeah, we're from out of town.
Narcissa's gonna like reach down and like pat its head like real gingerly at first, like, is it real? Oh my god, it is real, you know, kind of thing.
Of course they're real. Don't be rude. Where are you guys from? You from Asher? I know
We've
Europa,
been
you know. I can
here.
introduce you all.
That'd be cool. We've been here, there, and a bit of everywhere. Wouldn't really say we've been from or at a place long enough to really say that we're from it.
Very nice to meet you, my friend.
What's your names? My name's Arbelia. I like to meet the new people who come into Nineveh.
Well, my name's Dank. Reaches out a hand to shake hands with Robot.
Yeah, grabs her hand, shakes her hand.
Nice to meet you.
Narcissa's gonna squat down. I'm Narcissa, and offers her hand.
Disrupt takes the opportunity to escape.
No, she still got him with the other hand.
Nope, I'm escaping.
All right, contested checks.
I love this.
Okay. 10. All right, he breaks free.
Can I reroll?
Yeah, if
Do
wanna
you
spin-
really
Can I
want
use an
to?
influence point?
Yeah, if
And
you
your
want to,
influence
if
on
you
that.
want to spin the influence point, you can. Yeah.
We have like 3
Why?
total.
Yeah,
Throwing that out there.
You're good
Okay, when your character... Okay.
That's even better. Spin another one.
It was worth it.
Yeah, you break away.
It was
with
worth it
ease.
to half your roll.
Yeah, you get away with ease. And the
You just like see like a sour look on her face as she watches him run away.
I put Jeb in between us.
yeah, the kid's like,
I was
He just
looking at
has, like,
the
this-
stand. Excuse me.
She just has like this if looks could kill look at with Jeb.
Don't look at me. I'm trying to buy fruit.
I got another orange if you want it.
Does
Her
this guy
first
sell
contact,
bananas?
her first real like interaction with Jeb, it is like if looks could kill looks.
I just want a banana.
I mean, to be fair, the first initial impression that Liz was looking at you guys was gross. I have to deal with these people.
And that has been proven correct.
Yeah.
Dank was excited.
Yes.
New friends.
okay.
Who are these friends you're talking about?
We're friends. We've been traveling together. You don't really travel with strangers, do you?
Yes, you
Oh,
do
sorry, I was talking
what
about the
you
little-
must.
The little thingy.
Where'd you guys travel from?
Well, we just came through the forest here.
Where were you before that?
Damn it.
That's a good question. We haven't really been at a place. We've been going through a lot of places.
What places did you go through?
Oh my god.
What would be the place? Like, out of character, what's the place, like, right before here?
Do you want to take a look at the map and see?
Yeah.
You can
Like
do that.
I'm sure like our characters would know, but I personally
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, I got you.
Our
See.
characters are smart. We are dumb.
So you haven't seen.
If we woke up as vagabonds, we would have woken up in the Pentumbra, right?
Not necessarily. In the
Yeah.
Umbra. The Umbras were.
Umbra.
Yeah. Not necessarily.
But we've been doing this stuff for a while, I'd say, though.
Here's
Right.
here's a map.
But
of
I mean, if we want to keep it realistic, at least.
Yeah. Here's a map.
True.
Here's a map of the Antumbra, which is the region that you guys are in now. Different from the Umbra. This is the closest to the core. So let me do this. Let me.
So we came through the Mirage and the Dur.
Yeah. So this is where you're at, Nineveh. This circle right here. And I'm thinking you guys probably came from Asher, like the biggest city. So you probably, which is right here, right? This big circle over here. So
Right.
You probably would have had to come through this corridor, this long corridor. This would be like the main tourist corridor, this bigger one here, I think.
Serpentine slums and the homestead.
And then you had to go by Dur and through the Mirage, I think, to get to Nineveh. So something like that.
So we can definitely say that we stayed for a little while in Asher. I don't think that wouldn't be like unbelievable, but we definitely don't have to say that we lived in Asher.
Because
Yeah.
we technically did.
But we don't have to say like we set up shop there kind of thing. Like we can
Yeah.
just say that we stayed there for a little while and then we heard about Nineveh through like whispers. Or something. Like we heard rumors about Nineveh and decided, hey, this would probably be safer for us there.
This sounds more fun. Let's go there.
Yeah.
So what are we saying?
We're saying that we came from Asher.
All right.
Yeah, we're saying our actual route up until Asher.
Okay. So, the kid. Arbelia is the kid's name. I'll spell that in the Roll20 chat for you. Introduce themselves. Arbelia. Here's that.
My
The
God.
kid says,
Oh, really? Wait, Asher, you came from Asher, so you had to cross the Taurus, right? Or at least the Mirage, I think. Right? Because, wait, have you guys ever been outside the Antumbra? Like the Penumbra or the Umbra or anything like that?
I can't vouch for the others, but I have been.
At some point, yeah.
We've been a lot of places, honestly. Never really get a chance to stay anywhere for long, but hopefully that's not the case here.
What's it like outside of Nineveh?
Scary.
Really.
Dark.
Even in
Yeah.
Asher?
Movie Dog World.
Asher's pretty bright, but you don't know who to trust in Asher.
It's most likely it's often than not nobody.
Yeah. Hard to make friends in places like that.
I've heard there's a lot of, like, really important party people that live there. Like, powerful people. Like, you're really rich and, like, kind of, like, snotty. Kind of.
They can be.
You
Depends
do
on
tend to
where
get
you
types like
go.
that in bigger cities.
What was the Umbra like? Or the Penumbra? Whichever one you went to.
Dark.
Old.
4.
People
Are
just
you, like-
struggling to get by.
That sounds like a real downer. Are there any, like, animals? Like, cool animals or plants or any cool sights there or anything like that?
There's a lot of the mushrooms there. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but they survive off the mushrooms. There's a lot of the farms there.
Do they have trees? Like we do here?
Mm-mm. I think this is the first place I've ever seen trees.
And fruit.
Yeah.
Munching away on the orange.
What about
Are you
this
still like
guy?
scribbling it everywhere?
What about this guy? He's quiet. Where's he been?
Are you talking about this?
Yeah, he points to Dis.
I've said a few things.
It's Jeb who's been
Oh
quiet.
yeah, Jeb.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He points
We
to Jeb.
all look at Jeb.
Come on, Jeb.
No, he's just shy.
Asher. That's all I say. I'm still looking at the fruit stand.
All right.
I'm not good
If
with
you want
social
some fruit,
interactions.
just go ahead and buy.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you want?
Just want a banana.
Yeah,
She
you can
goes
buy a
over to the
banana.
thing.
It's like 5 credits.
She like buys a
Right.
whole bunch.
Yeah,
Oh,
I want
of
like
banana.
15.
Okay, you're gonna buy 15 bananas. All right.
I'm just gonna carry them.
Okay. All
This
right.
is so he
sure.
can eat them in a threatening manner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that asshole who just leaves the peels, so somebody could just slip on them.
Yeah. You drop a peel, and I mean the kid picks it up. Like,
I'm about to just Mario Kart this shit.
Jeb, you can't do that.
Littering is bad.
He's gonna be the one that eats a banana with a knife.
Add 15 bananas.
How many
Ooh,
credits does that
nah.
cost?
No, I'm gonna pay for it.
75.
I'm seeing what's going on.
Damn.
It's a lot of bananas.
It is a lot of bananas.
You got plenty of credits though.
Yeah, dude, 5,000. Easy clap.
Starts chanting potassium.
After
Oh,
he
no, he's
buys
gonna make
that,
a nuclear bomb.
Narcissa is going to try to get Dis to try to eat an eclair again.
Okay.
Leave that poor man alone.
He needs it.
No.
Don't make me put you on my table.
Oh God, that can be interpreted in so.
Narcissa is just looking at him with like this like sick grin on her face.
Dank's still focused on the robot.
Do not promise me with a good time, sweetheart. We've already got one person thinking we're married.
What's wrong, Des? You don't eat tasty things?
I don't like sweet things.
The chocolate's not that sweet. It's a dark chocolate.
It is to some people.
Do you want a banana?
Why not?
Bad memories.
That's exactly why you need the chocolate.
What kind of memories?
The kind that give you nightmares.
Nightmares about what?
Oh, all sorts of stuff. I shouldn't go into it.
No,
As
tell
he's
me.
talking, he's going to like shove it in his mouth as he's like in the middle of explanation.
You mean the rest of you have any weird dreams or anything like that?
Thank you, Arbelia. At least I got one bite out of it for him.
I remember a place kind of like this one. They had trees there, but the sky was blue.
That sounds weird. Here it's always like yellow or orange. Wait, you said sky. What's that?
It's like the ceiling, but bigger. It
That
seems
sounds
to go
weird.
on forever.
My memories have a sky as well. Only that one was covered with eyeballs.
Oh, that's creepy.
Ew.
That sounds really disturbing.
Yeah, I think that's why he didn't want to tell us about it.
Unfortunately, that's what happens after you have so many nightmares. They all just kind of blur together and become one big massive one.
And I thought my dreams were weird.
Well, do you guys want to eat Europa or not? I can introduce you. I'm kind of like a celebrity around here.
Oh, that's cool. So you're famous.
Well, yeah, basically. Have you guys heard of me?
Well, we're not really from around here, so no.
Really?
Aye, the rumors must not have mentioned you.
Everybody.
Well, it mentioned the children, but none specifically by name.
Well, and the most important one.
That's awesome.
You
So,
are the
besides being
most-
like Europa's go-to guy, what else do
You're
you
the
do?
chosen one.
I am the greatest warrior among all the children of Europa. I'm like the strongest and the best and the most talented. And I always talk to new people who show up and try to show them around and like help them find anything they need to find or just like hear about their stories, you know?
That's a pretty cool job. Speaking of jobs, we're kind of looking for something to do here.
You want me
Aye,
Europa?
earn all keep-
What's
Aye,
up to
earn
do,
all
dear?
keep, if you say.
Who is Europa?
Well, Europa's our leader.
He, like, points to
man.
the big pyramid.
He
Spoopy.
works inside the pyramid?
Yeah, he pauses
Oh.
for a second.
Well, the whole is sort of like Europa's body or whatever. But if you want to meet Europa, like talk in person, you do it the big pyramid thing. That's a city hall. Europa's inside there.
Oh, you
Okay.
sweet summer children. Europa's the AI.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, she's pretty great. She's like the best leader for this place. Like, she's helped them get through so much turmoil. And she really, like, whipped the Syrian supremacy in this shape a while back.
Wow. That's
She, like,
pretty
takes
cool.
on, she, like, takes on all the bad guys and, like, makes them regret being bad guys and stuff. She's pretty cool.
That
I think it
sounds
would
pretty
definitely be a
cool.
good idea to meet her.
Yeah, okay, walk with me, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
He starts to lead you guys off towards the city hall. Crowds. There's people walking in and out there. They're going into different shops. And then you guys get to the the entrance, and somebody walks by who catches Arbelia's attention. And I'm assuming he's like kind of annoying, so I'm assuming you guys probably aren't trying to talk to Arbelia a whole lot. Or maybe you
No.
are. I don't know.
Definitely side chatting. Asking him if I can call him Arby, because Arbelia is kind of a mouthful.
Arbelia!
Yeah, Arby's fine, I suppose. Or hey, wait, that person over there looks different. I'm gonna go check him out, but if you guys want to talk to Europa, just go ahead and head inside. Just tell her, Arbelia is here, okay? I need, and if she asks, is 5 out of 5 stars, okay? Thank you, guys.
Definitely.
Okay.
See you around, Arby. Thanks again.
Yeah. So he goes.
So cute.
He goes sprinting after someone, similar to the way he sprinted up to you guys, and he's doing the same thing. Where he's like, "Hey, a new face. I gotta introduce you. My name's Arbelia." And then he starts asking them a bunch of questions. He's like, "Hey, what's the thing? What are you carrying? What is that? What is that thing? What does it do? What are you eating? Where did you come from?" He's like asking a bunch of questions.
All the
Little
kiddos
con
do that, don't
children.
they?
We love kids.
I love it.
Yeah, he's certainly not just gathering information on you guys or anything like that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
That's like his job.
Well, he's both gathering information and gathering a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta get the 5-star review, guys. All right.
Otherwise, you get a talking to.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh God.
Nothing less than 5 out of 5. 4.5, you're in timeout.
4.5, they reclaim your body.
If they can catch me first.
let me do this. I will bring you guys over to the screen for Europa's chambers, I guess. So you guys,
Europa's innards.
when you guys enter the when you guys enter the pyramid, it's just a large open room, black walls that go up the side, and it's basically hollow, right? Like, so you're this large hollow pyramid. In the center, there's this square-shaped pillar that goes all the way up to the ceiling. So it's like the size of an apartment building, and it's covered with these like yellowish orange lights on the front of it. And there are a few people in here. Like, you kind of immediately get the vibe of like, oh, this is like a temple or something, because it's very quiet. Even though there's a lot of people in here, no one's really like speaking. So those sounds from the street would kind of fade into the background. And the couple people are just like sort of sitting around. There's like facing this pillar. Some people are like sitting on the floor. Others are just like sort of like staring at it in reverence, seemingly like contemplating something, or maybe some of them look like they're like meditating.
Hi.
But everyone is just sort of like, well, not everyone, but most people who are in here seem to be like having a private conversation in their head, but they're all like facing this large like pillar. Let me show you guys the screen, and then when I bring you guys in, I want to let you guys like talk amongst yourselves for a second and kind of vamp, because I need to take a bio break for 1 second. Here is that. And
Oh, I don't like it.
yeah, and so this is
Oh.
what you guys see on the inside here as you like walk into City Hall. So like there's like one person sitting there is like sort of like facing the light, and is that person in the picture has got like tears streaming down her face. She doesn't look upset. She looks like joyous, kind of. She's like standing there,
Rapturous.
Yeah. She's like standing there facing this thing, and she's got like tears streaming down her face. All right, be right back.
Dun dun dun.
Nifty.
Swifty.
Swifty.
Fact.
Oh my god. That makes me think of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Get Swifty!
The only correct thing.
Yeah.
Anybody start watching season 6?
Not yet.
Oh my god. It's only 2 episodes and I'm already like all the way in.
I'm waiting until it's done, and then I'm just gonna binge it.
We're unsupervised and the stream is still on.
I'm gonna do it too.
Whoops.
He left us unsupervised with his stream.
Oh man! Time to get up to some shenanigans.
Man,
What are you guys
he
giggling
really
about?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah, no.
I will watch the video back if I have to. What happened?
We didn't say anything inappropriate.
Not yet,
Legitimately,
We didn't
Maury
do
was
his
the first
time
one that
too.
said, "Wait a second, we're still on."
Yeah.
We were honestly just talking about Rick and Morty.
As far as the farthest I got was, "Quick, let's chill things."
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. You can show.
We were just starting to plot, and you were like, "What are you giggling about?" We're like, "Oh."
We're like kids with a fucking hand stuck in the
Nuts,
cookie
yeah.
jar.
Buy me beverages.
We didn't even get a chance to do anything yet.
Go to Dank's GoFundMe and send him
Go
rocket
gun
fuel.
me.
Please.
So as you guys like walk into this place, and there's this weird sort of aura. What are you all doing? Like, you seem-
Gazing up at this giant structure in awe.
Narcissa would probably let out that low whistle without even meaning to.
Wondering how many explosives could take this thing down.
Eating a banana.
You don't even have enough explosives to make a dent.
More than 2 grenades, unfortunately.
Because I've got 7.
Rats.
Well, maybe if you ate the eclair, somebody would be willing to give you a couple.
If he ate the eclairs, he might be getting swifty on the floor right about now. He's allergic.
Get on the floor.
So you're just standing around wondering how to destroy this thing. Does anyone actually try to talk to it, or like try to talk to anybody else in the room?
I'm gonna talk to the thing.
I'll try to talk to it with the
The
forgotten language.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
That sounds
You
like a
done goofed.
wonderful idea.
All right, make a special roll. You do your thing. Your machine language. You have to make a special roll. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
How many dice is it? Just 1 or 2 or what?
She starts off with
2.
2.
Oh yeah, Xerox printer sounds.
He's gonna try to.
I always figure it's like the dial-up sounds.
Yeah.
Well, the early dial-up sounds were kind of boring, but like later on, man, they got wild.
Exactly.
Oh, she got it!
That is
Well,
that
that happened.
a success.
Oh, what happens now?
So once you
We win. She takes control.
Fat Jan.
Why don't you
Ready.
read me the bit on this section about the machine, what it does. It should be special rule lost tongue.
Hold on, I'm re-pulling it up.
It's just a loop of the Windows shutdown.
I gotcha.
No, it's that one like the remix Windows noise song.
Speaks the lost tongue of Vagabonds. The machine will be asked to make a special roll with 1 dice. That's fine. Your first die was the success anyways. Oh, the dice pool increases for each first transmission recorded after the first one. Okay.
Oops.
So yeah, you would have 1 die. It's fine. Success will see them understand what is being said. Furthermore, use the lost tongue seating on this roll in making a statement which will trigger. All right, so what are you saying? What are you trying to communicate? What is like your message that you're transmitting through the lost tongue?
No pressure. This is just all on you. No pressure.
Make sure not to get us all killed.
No, just no pressure.
Lots of pressure.
My name is Liz. You look astonishing.
Yep.
My name is Liz. You look pretty. You look pretty. I like your hair.
Yes.
AI.
What is the Anchorman thing where he's like, he's like, your hair, her hair smells like cinnamon or something like that. He says something else. I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't seen the movie in forever. All right. So you're like, my name's Liz, and you look astonishing. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to be nice, alright?
Well, thank you, Liz. It's okay. I know you.
Creepy.
Do we all hear this, or is it just Liz that hears this?
Just Liz. So if this isn't something that's projected through the hall, this only Liz hears this in your mind. And so basically, yeah, it says, it kind of giggles at you and says, I know you. Yeah. You say anything back?
Right. Question before I continue.
All right. What question do you have?
Kind of like peanut gallery type thing. So we came to meet the Europa for what?
So your goal here is to figure out its weaknesses, its like what kind of weapons it has at its disposal, its origin if possible. Like try to if it's like an all-powerful sort of like AI, then you want to bring it under Inky control, right? Assimilate it. Yeah. So like
Figure out how it works and subvert it to work for us.
Exactly. This has done such a great job of like building Nineveh into the perfect city,
Society.
the perfect vault. And maybe it can be better utilized as a weapon for us. I mean, it took out the Assyrian supremacy, which used to be allied with Inky. Like Inky used to work with
It's a
them.
pretty big deal.
What did we tell the kid that we were doing?
Finding a
Nothing.
safe place to be.
Yeah, you guys been
We're
telling
looking
folks so
for
far
safety.
that you're here to find refuge, like a safe place to stay, to like make a home. You told the kid that you were going to talk to it, right? Like a kid was trying to get you guys to come here to talk to Europa and to give a 5-star review, but that might have been a joke. But yeah, I
Nope.
suppose-
Still getting a 5-star review.
yeah. So
What are these stars you speak of?
I'll tell you what. I'll follow up. It's I know you with something else. Hang on.
It's nice to see you again, Liz. It's been a long time. How are you?
Ooh.
Oh god, it's unanchored from temporal cause and effect.
Is there anything? I know there's nothing in the picture, but is there anything like physically around this obelisk core thing?
Well, the lights on it probably seem to dim and brighten
Like
at different
flicker
times.
as
But I mean, to like keep. Is there anything to like physically keep people from like approaching it?
No.
Narcissa is going to approach and touch it.
Okay, you can do that.
Just like, poop.
Yeah, nothing happens to you. It doesn't like electrocute you or anything. Reach out your hand. Do you like hesitate before you like put your hand on it?
A little bit, but it's just like the little like palm to it kind of thing.
Yeah, so maybe we get like some of the like a similar shot to when Zach touched the wall, the flesh wall, or like when you guys were trying to touch it afterwards. So you get like a similar camera angle, and we see like reaching up to put your hand on this like completely smooth metal, like black metal wall, and you see your like hand rest on it, and nothing happens immediately. You feel like the slight hum of machinery, right? Kind of like you're resting your hand on like a server rack or something. So you feel like the vibration of like machinery operating. But there's no like noise. It doesn't talk to you. I mean, unless you try to talk to it, then it will talk back. But it doesn't like respond to you doing this or try to stop you or protect itself or anything. What was that?
What the heck?
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
That was interesting.
So Liz would respond kind of like putting her hand up against the black metal and be like, "You have been missed too, my friend. I just wanted to say thank you for helping us find a safe place home."
Deception check? If it's not deception, it's not deception, but I feel like it's probably a little deception. Am I right?
It's a little lies.
Is it? Are you being deceptive?
To be honest, we are currently searching for a place to stay.
Yeah.
Tell me
And this is
lies,
a
tell me
safe
sweet little
place
lies.
to stay.
Yeah.
if you want me to roll deception,
Alright.
I'll roll
No,
deception.
that's fair now. Alright. I'll roll with it. Let's see. You don't need to roll anything. Let me think here.
Do you remember me? You seem different.
What would be the roll to see if I remember things or not?
You don't. You've never been here before. You've never talked to this thing.
Well, okay, fair. I suppose this thing has always been here. It wouldn't have been through different transmitters. Okay.
What if it is the machine?
It seems to know you.
But you
That's
don't
kind of
know
what I was
me.
getting at with the deception. Like, I was trying to figure out, are you just, like, trying to play along? Like, oh, yeah, I know you too, kind of thing. Like, when somebody recognized you at the store and you don't remember who they are. It's like, oh, yeah, we were best friends in whatever class. I remember
Way too many times.
sitting close to you. Right. Right? Like, I kind of thought you were doing that thing.
And then
Me
it's
over here,
super
I always just
awkward
go,
after.
"Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah, yeah.
I remember faces, but I'm awful with names.
I'm terrible with both.
Which is why I can just go, "Who the fuck are you?" And they're like, "Oh wait, this must be a different person." Oops.
Hear me out, right? We seduce the AI, and then we sweet talk it into joining Inky.
So
Okay,
that's why
Bard.
you got the bananas.
Exactly. How many bananas can I fit in my mouth? And then the AI will be so impressed that it will just join Inky.
We found the bard.
I've never played a bard, but I can roll with it.
So just to reiterate, the machine was like, "Oh yeah, I know you. You don't you don't need to introduce yourself." And then it's like, and you're like, "Yeah, thank you for giving us a nice place to stay." And it was like, "Do you remember me? You seem different."
I'm different.
Different in a good way? Joe, you noticed I got my hair cut.
Blame
Ah, you noticed
different.
my eye got gouged out.
You said explain different.
Yeah.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, maybe it does mean the eyeball.
No. Not anymore.
Are you sure? It seems like you carry a new pain with you.
Oh.
I will be okay.
You were
You
not
for
this
your
way
concern.
yesterday. What has changed?
I am unsure.
Well, I welcome you to my garden. If you're having trouble remembering, it's okay. You will find solace here. I will be certain of that.
Thank you. That is wonderful news. and it is greatly appreciated.
It's good to see you again, Liz. Feels like flickers since we've seen each other.
Certainly has. Just kind of like a smile slowly popping over her face.
Is there anything I can do to help? Maybe to ease that pain on your soul? What did they do to you?
I'm unsure of who you speak of.
You, Liz. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry this happened.
It is okay. All is fine. I am safe now.
You will be.
These are my companions. I have brought them with me. Can they stay here as well?
Of course. I know them too. It's been some time, but I still recognize you all. Do you think they'd be willing to speak to me? In?
I'm sure they would. Why not? Why don't we let them try?
Somebody else was trying to talk to the thing. Was it Dank?
Yes.
All right. What did you
Really,
say?
I was just waiting for y'all to finish talking.
Yeah, you don't have to talk to the thing if you don't want.
And that was really
Yeah.
tearjerker. The fuck, man?
From the first episode.
Good.
If our sole mission wasn't to play assholes on this side of the arc, that would have probably switched Liz's switch to be like, no, I'm a good guy. But no, we're deceivers and we're liars.
I think I'm the only one that was like, oh, that's interesting, huh? Wow.
But the thing is none of us technically heard that.
Right.
True.
That's what sucks.
Is
But
is the person that's there like still just on the floor crying?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
We completely
But-
forgot about them.
at the same time of Dank talking, when Liz says like these are my companions, Dank can have his conversation first, but Narcissa would like take a few steps back and like wave and be like hello. But Dank can have his convo first.
Cool.
What were your first words to it, Dank?
What are your last words?
Before the obelisk just like boom on all of us.
What a beautiful city. What a wonderful place. Everybody seems so happy. Everything's so bright. It reminds me of something that I can't quite remember.
What's the president like?
What?
It would remind you of something. Makes sense. It's
Yeah.
good to see you again, Hank.
I wish I could say the same. I don't quite remember you.
I'm sorry to hear that. I remember you
Fondly, I hope.
Yes. But you seem different.
Different in a good way?
I'm not certain.
Well, people do change and grow. I'd be surprised if I was still the same.
How do you feel?
Pretty good, honestly. Like, just being here is amazing. It's like when you have a word on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite remember what it is. That kind of feeling, but in a good way.
Well, I will take that as a compliment, I suppose. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
You had it correct when you said that just being here is amazing. That is the point of it all, I think.
I agree. I mean, existing without it being pleasurable would be awful.
Well, there is now happiness. I know. It's opposite.
True. You wouldn't be able to appreciate it unless you had to struggle.
So, tell me, why does the Inky enter my city?
And I think maybe that's where we end the session.
Okay.
No!
Oh, she's calling us out.
Yeah.
You let her in. You let her
It
into your
knew from
mind.
the
She can
start.
see everything. She knows who you are. She can look at your memories.
Wild bullshit.
She's not being mean to you.
I wanted
She's
to talk to Europa.
We got like 20 minutes at most.
I get to talk to her next time.
I guess we can cut away from Dank for a second. That's kind of a cliffhanger.
No, it's fine. We'll talk to her next time.
You sure?
Yeah.
Man, you have really like a really great city. And the air's like, yeah, that's fucking cool. Why are you here?
Well, she responded positively, you guys. She's like saying it's good to see you again. Are you okay? That kind of stuff. But then it was like, yeah, why do you bring the Inky here? It wasn't
Well, I mean, if it's been in our minds, it knows why we're here.
Yeah, probably does.
So, like, why would Liz even have to roll the deception check then?
Well, the deception check was like, I thought maybe Liz was trying to play it like, oh yeah, I totally remember when. But I think Liz was trying to do an in-character thing instead of like oh yeah, I remember you, but doesn't really. But you didn't know that it was in your mind.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know.
I have a perfect comeback as to why we're here to respond to Europa with.
Okay.
Not like she's gonna buy it anyways, but okay.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't anyone want to be here? This place makes everything else in all of Nibiru look awful by comparison. Wouldn't other places want to have something similar? To see if it was possible?
Yeah.
This is essentially, like, on paper, the perfect city.
Yeah.
She knows at least one of us is loyal to Inky right now.
Not it.
I mean, if you want, I can respond as Europa here.
No, it's fine.
I mean, it'd be cool, but you don't have to.
So you said, why wouldn't anybody?
Yes. everything we touch gets better. And I have hope that we can help Nibiru and all its lost souls. But I've seen the end before. In the path Inky walks, it only leads to destruction and pain. And it has cost you so much already. The pain that you're marked with, it comes from Inky, not the world.
There you go. There you go. You're working for the bad guys, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Shit, sorry guys.
Great.
All right.
Hey, remember how we said no pressure?
I have so many ways to talk my way out of this.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Dude, I'll just skip the
If it makes you feel better, I don't think Europa's going to attack you on sight.
No. Because, I mean,
like that. Like, I don't
in Dank's mind, like, the second he saw the trees, the roof that looks like the sunrise,
He was
He's
all like, yoink.
I want this for more than just here. I want this for everywhere. I have seen the rest of Nibiru.
I have seen the light.
And it is shit. What can I do to extend this being's reach?
Alright, so the one who's loyal to Inky, you have to kill Dank. Like, he has to be put down. He's a traitor.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
They don't know you're...
All right, fam.
They don't...
So she... Who does she... It's just me that she knows is loyal to the Inky, right?
No, she... Like, we don't...
She read my mind. I'm like the freaking lapdog. I am the bad guy.
Then I'm a little confused on what she knows and what she doesn't know about. Does she know everyone in this group is Inky is my question.
I don't know. You'll have to find out next time, I guess.
Because
She
I want
didn't-
to know
she
who
didn't-
she pinpointed.
She didn't ask you about the Inky, right? She didn't mention it to you. She was just like, does it hurt? And like, you seem different. You're carrying...
Did it
like,
hurt when
she's
you
try-
fell from heaven?
Yeah, she's trying to get you to tell her, right? She's trying to get you to
Yeah.
tell her what's going on. So maybe she does, and that's why she was trying to get you to tell her. Or at least, talk about it.
She saw I don't have an actual eyeball and was like,
Yeah.
does it hurt? No, not anymore.
She could have been talking about anything. She could have been talking about being a vagabond. She could have been talking about anything.
One quick question I have. When they started the conversation, it was obviously out loud, but once they started having the conversation with Europa, was their conversation still out loud, or was it then mentally with Europa?
So conversation with Europa. Europa speaks directly into your mind of whoever she's talking to, always.
Right.
If you're speaking back, when you're speaking back, you can choose to either be speaking out loud or speaking in your mind. Up to you.
Okay.
But when she's talking to you, unless she's talking to you all at once, she's talking to one person in their mind, so nobody else can hear it. It's a private conversation. And she's not gonna like tell people your secrets. It's not what Europa does. It's like that for a reason. It's meant to be a very intimate conversation.
It's
So,
supposed to mimic
with
God
Liz,
and
was
praying.
yours?
Yeah, it's supposed to be mimicking God and pray. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So with Liz, was yours
Except this one
verbal
actually
or
responds to your
mental?
prayers.
Thank you, Wolfy.
Even if it was vocal, you wouldn't have understood what she said.
Right, but
She was talking toaster
was your
speak.
part verbal or mental?
verbal. Toaster speak.
Yours was verbal, Dank?
No. Mine was definitely not verbal.
Yeah. And
Well,
to be
your
fair,
first part would have been verbal anyways.
she might not have recognized you guys if she hadn't succeeded on that machine language roll. Just by the way.
I'm just
By the
curious
by.
if at least like your portion of the conversation, was it verbal or mental?
Yeah, I already have a full-blown agenda planned out for this.
I think he's saying his point of view of the conversation was mental, I think is what he's saying.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
So I'm
mine
trying
was
to figure out
definitely
if
not
Mila's
out loud.
was.
At least the first no.
Yeah, the first part of mine, like
Until-
talking to it, was out
Yeah.
loud. But
Like,
when it responded from that point on, it was mental.
Do the rest of the group see like emotional reactions on your face when it says it? Like any of the stuff that it says to you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
especially with the hinky comment, huh?
Wouldn't have been shocked there. It would have just been like,
We probably saw your spine stiffen at least, huh?
nope. Rolled with the punches.
All right, fair enough. Well, that is the end of the session. I think we got there a little bit earlier than I thought we would, but that's okay.
It was a good game, though.
That means
It
early
was.
bedtime for me. That was freaking amazing. That was
Who has
amazing.
2 thumbs and is going to bed early?
Not this guy.
Girl.
Right on. Good job, everybody. Make sure you take a memory point and an influence point for the session. If you followed your
Oh,
beacon,
dang it. I didn't get hurt or go crazy. I don't get more memory points.
if you followed your beacon, make sure you get your extra.
We can
points
fix
for your
that real
beacon.
quick if you want.
Yeah, you can hurt him. Shoot him quick.
Quick, injure me.
So that means Liz, you for sure get extra points for your beacon. Who else did? I don't remember. You guys know.
Messing around with my machine gun.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I thought you guys might have a combat with the vagabond in the forest, but I was surprised you guys didn't come out.
We're not murder hobos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
We
literally
are
a murder hobo.
absolutely fucking murder
Your character
hobos.
murder hobos.
What'd you guys think of the voices? That
They were awesome.
They're new. They're very hard to use because there's like a slight delay on them. So what I have to do.
The child one was creepy because it would take any like little thing that you were like having in your background or something and make creepy whispering out of it.
Yeah, I had to keep adjusting the volume on that one. That one's kind of troublesome, but yeah, it's also like slightly delayed, so it's kind of like the speech jammer where I have to take the headphones off to be able to use it because if I don't, I can't talk. It like stops me from.
Yeah.
So it's
sometimes they're a touch hard to understand too, but I'm sure once we get used to them.
I think Europa's is by far the best. Like I really.
Oh yeah, that one's better.
I really dig that one. All right. Well,
the child
thank you
is
guys.
adorable.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, guys, that I fucked that up.
You didn't fuck anything up.
Fucked it up royally.
You didn't fuck anything up.
It's fine.
It's okay.
We're
Fuck everything
gonna
else
be
up. It'll be fine.
So thank you guys for playing. You guys did great today. Thank you guys for watching. Now I've seen a couple familiar faces in and out during the game, so thank you guys. Let's see here. This is the part where I link the things typically. So if you're watching on YouTube, all this stuff I'm about to talk about will be linked in the description down below. You can go down there, find those links, click on them, and go do the things. So, Zach here has a Twitch channel at twitch.tv/TeamZack. Go check him out. Give him a follow. Make sure his hand is better. He's getting there. He's getting the pins taken out. Yeah. So big.
I gotta Beyblade the shit out of it.
There you go. Human Beyblade.
Let's just hope they name you out.
If you like the art for Narcissa's token now, also Cassie's token, you can check out the artist TikTok at tiktok.com/iatakuhime right here. Go check it out. Give him some love. Make sure you send our Paladin of the Beverage, Dank, our murder hobo, rocket fuel. He needs that NOS. So go check out his GoFundMe here. Purchase some NOS for the guy. We need to keep him fueled up and ready to go. Because he's about to take on an AI that's like 50 stories tall. So he's going to need something.
And this was my last can.
Oh no!
And that was his last can. So they're in trouble now. Also, if you want to check out this game for yourself, you can check them out on Twitter. You can go over their website, purchase yourself a copy of it. That's araukana.com. Their Twitter is twitter.com/araukana1. Go check them out. Here's the links for that. I think that is everything. Has anybody got any shout outs they want to do? I think that's all of them, right?
I think so.
Anybody shout? Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for being awesome tonight. It's great playing with you guys. Can't wait for next session. Everybody have a great night and a great week. I love you all.
Woo!
Thanks for watching. Good night, folks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.